understand that this ain't the streets. That this is a corporate, what do they call it? Corporate environment. Like these are professionals. Even when they're not acting professionals, I got to class them as professionals, innit? Like, and I would never do something stupid like that again.
He's pulled me to the side. He's like, Nico, these guys, man, they don't understand my hustle. That I just paid 30 bags and they're not putting no love into my shoot. I think they ended up doing another shot, and I can hear the cameraman like, oh, camera crew, pack up. Like, he's like,
You see, when I'm angry, yeah, like it just gives the green light for anyone that's with man to be angry, innit? Like when I'm banging out, my people are gonna look and be like, what? Tion's banging out? We're all banging out.
Them man there, they done a funny thing with the insurance and all of that because certain things weren't robbed or whatever, yeah? They done a funny thing.
I don't see the
But it's cool, everyone needs to make their money, it's cool, whatever.
Man, get it.
So you got the victims on the set, which I got remorseful, innit? I understand that they didn't deserve, they didn't have to go through certain things, but while you got the people that were on the set that didn't need to take the L's they did, you had opportunities on the set.
People understand, like, I think when you are an artist, obviously you're going to be creative, you're going to be saying things or want to do things your way, and I wasn't there, but I'm just going by, speculations of what people said and stuff like that. But working at the label and having to deal with the political side of it is not easy because you're having to deal with politics on other things that's not just day-to-day stuff anyways, just to get the message across, get songs across. He didn't send the right message, definitely. It felt like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I felt like, the way it was dealt with was not great.
They're looking at it as a money-making opportunity, in my opinion. I don't know, innit? This is what I think. And then, they're trying to make a claim. Even though they got all their stuff back, that I made sure that somehow everything got patterned, trying to make a claim, and then Virgin was just like, yeah, this guy, man. Like, cause I felt like Virgin was still trying to hold on to me to stay in my door. They weren't trying to really let me go, innit? But I felt like that incident, yeah, it had me blacklisted. Like, no camera crew in the country was working with man again. You know what? It's crazy when I got people like Caleb, Wawa, like, they're being put under pressure. People are saying to them, if you work with Tion Wayne, yeah, you are done. So I couldn't even get people to, and I'm thinking, bro, these are people that are helping, man, come on. But I understood, like, just their livelihood, like, I ain't trying to block a man's career. So I ain't gonna have no animosity for the man them, because it's like, I get it, like, you're in a corner, fam. You man are not street youths, like, I don't expect you to block your thing, like. So, yeah, I ended up sneakily getting camera crew to finish off the video. And we dropped it, and then I remember dropping my mixtape with the label, and they just made me look like some idiot. Like, the tunes on the mixtape weren't playing, tunes were getting taken off, samples weren't getting cleared. The mixtape ended up being one whole flop because of the way the label just did not care about me anymore. They said, fuck it, get this guy out of this place. This hooligan black dude just come out of jail for fucking having a madness in Bristol. Like, this guy is just a fucking hooligan, innit? Label didn't even back man or understand the fact that we were being robbed, like people were trying to violate, man. The only person that was in my corner was Lunatic. Everyone else here just thought that I wasn't worth the hassle. But it was like, I needed that because, like, I needed to excel out of this deal. Like this label was like holding me back. They rushed me out the deal, and then from there, I was blacklisted in the industry. No one wanted to work with man. No one that held an expensive camera wanted to work with man.
Tion's Tion, he will make things happen, do you know what I mean? I think he's very proactive, like he speaks to directors, do you know what I mean? He doesn't let just everyone in his team do, things for him, and I think he's got relationships, and I think that's what people like. So even when he will be getting blacklisted, he will still be able to get videos done, hence why you've seen so much videos since.
The Ghetto and Stylish tour, that experience was one of a kind, man.
The tour was very busy, man. Like, it was great to see that the fans come out in all these different places.
We went to Manchester, Birmingham.
It was like our first time in like Glasgow, Dublin, but we sold out every venue.
On one hand, I was so happy for the experience, and the other hand, I was like, yo, this is overwhelming, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's so much you have to organise.
Yeah, one of the shows, whoever was doing so much, I said, fuck it, I think I went with
might have been Nino. I suppose it was Nino. It was somebody, and we went in the crowd. It was actually mosh putting that. We was one of the fans. And like, all the fans were jumping on us and like, I just got stuck in the middle and I was thinking, rah, like this is how it is to be in the sector with the fans, like this is mad, like everyone's just all over, man, I can't even move and that. I think the stand-up moments are things that are happening on the bus that I don't really want to get into too much.
The tour bus, yeah? The tour bus was an interesting tour bus still.
I thought, I'm only gonna go for one night, and it was awful.
Oh man, you know what? There's so many stories from that tour, man.
The man them were just doing their own thing, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, me, I was just on the sleeping thing. I can't even cap.
Some of the guys bringing some girls on the bus and it just weren't fitting the criteria. It just it was some mad moment still.
The tour was just memorable, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, man, it just made me realise that it was just crazy, man. I was just happy to be on tour with my brothers that I've grown up with from young. We come from Edmonton, bro. You know what I'm saying?
To go from city to city and have that love was crazy. Like Manchester, Birmingham, and then I remember the last leg we was in London. Oh, flipping out! That was like one of the best moments of my career still.
I think that we've had so many moments where we've seen everyone's known that Tion Wayne is like an amazing UK artist, but I think Brixton was the first time that we saw that like this is an international artist.
Brixton selling out in 3 days was a madness as well, innit? Because we didn't really have, he didn't have a body of work out, innit? He didn't have a body of work out. We just had options that was going off at the time, innit?
I was beside his mum and just watching her watch her son perform. That was amazing.
That's when I knew that, wow, this thing is really going somewhere.
I can't even put it into words. I still get goosebumps when I watch the video.
There were just so much moments and that. But you know what? Yeah, I'll never forget when when he first came out to FU and the curtain just dropped.
The fans were mad.
It probably hit me when I got on stage and saw the whole crowd and like, I was thinking, yo, like everything I've worked for, like, it's in the palm of my hand, like it's in front of me.
Brixton? Shelly-Ann Fraser. That's what that was, yeah.
Shelly-Ann Fraser.
That's what that was.
As soon as I got a minute to go from backstage, I went and watched it in the crowd, and I think that's the best part, to actually be a part of it and watch it in the crowd.
So we had a venue till 11 o'clock. And I'm on the phone to them, it's like 10 o'clock, where are you? They sort of disappeared for a bit, came back at like 10:30, like, yo, Fed stopped us. We're like 20 minutes away. I'm looking at the time thinking, yo, these men ain't gonna make it in time, bro.
So I was stressing, trying to get him to come to the stage. I was straight, like, as soon as he gets here, gotta get him straight on.
Eventually got hold of them. It was like 10:57, 10:58. So like literally like 2 minutes before I was gonna lock it off. My man arrived.
As soon as he came, it's like, yo, go on the stage. Song came on.
He hit me up, like, yo, come on, let's celebrate. So I pulled up, came out, it was amazing. Did about 2 songs, crowd went crazy.
Crowd had just gone crazy. I feel like the ground was shaking, bro.
In his show, like at Brixton, that was a mad moment when he came out to that.
One thing about Tion is he's always thinking about giving back to the fans, innit, in some sort of way, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember I just thought about that idea on the way to the show, you know? Like it was a random thought. It wasn't like something that was like proper plan. I was just thinking like, I need to give back. Like man saw that Brixton. So I remember buying 2 Louis bags, one small, one big. And I put the small one on the other side of the stage and said,
We got Tion Wayne on the left. Yeah? Tell them where to go.
there was a smaller LV bag on the other side, like a little small LV bag, handbag in it for the girl. But that's the lifestyle, and him, is it him? You know what I'm saying?
I remember I gave her the big Louis bag after, and they were just like, yo, like, it was a proper good moment, like, for me to show love for my friends and like.
That girl will never forget that LV bag, neither would she ever forget the fact that she was in front of 5,000 people in Brixton performing Me and the Lifestyle with Tion Wayne. She just bought a ticket to get around there and get lit.
All my hard work was paying off, like, man's on stage and like everyone's singing my song. Like, that's the best feeling about this music thing, in my opinion. Like, for you to have your own show and have your proper supporters there singing your shit, like, it's like all the rewards. Forget the money, forget everything.
Make some noise for Girl One Stylish Tour!
This was more than a stepping stone. This made me, like.
We just came on the stage and could see 5,000 people just showing us love. We just felt like, God, like, we did it, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here, like.
The thing is, you wouldn't really expect him to do what he's doing right now, but at the same time, you understand why, because he's been working hard and he's been consistent. And I feel like outside looking in, we've been kind of brushing it off. Like last year, he did I Don't Know, and we're like this, yeah, the features, all of that stuff, blah blah blah.
I remember making this tune on my own from scratch. I remember them flicking through the beats and like, I don't know, it was like a guitar thing, like ding ding ding.
Hey man, on the
ding,
road from
ding.
Fed. Touch my watch, why you want to get dead? Yo, burn up, you might get chef. Yo, burn up the right and left.
I don't know. Dylan was going Joe them times and I was just saying like, bro, like, I know my brother's in the interview room right now, I'm not answering shit.
He played me I Don't Know and I couldn't believe it. And I actually remember because he hadn't done his verse yet, but he had all the mumbling on there.
Maybe, but the back the decent element. I they got police intelligence. I don't better sit deep with element. I talk that talk irrelevant.
I remember mumbling the chorus, but I remember getting info from someone. You know one of them viral videos on the internet, but people arguing and that. The African brother slapped the Caribbean brother's car, innit? And the Caribbean brother was like, you want dead? You know what I'm saying, yeah? And that's how I got the inspo for. That's my watch, where you want to get dead?
Yo, burn up, you might get chef. Yo, burn up the right and left. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know.
But people don't know that Stormzy wasn't on it from the jump, so I remember it being a hectic journey.
We had so much trouble shooting the video. He couldn't get crew at the time. Luckily enough, I knew someone that helped out on the day, so we ended up getting a bit of crew.
We shot the video, I don't know, etc. And then I think Caleb forwarded the track or the video to Stormzy.
When we're editing, I've texted Stormzy, I'm like, yo, we're talking back and forth. And I'm like to him, I'm gonna make Tion message you. There's a song that I feel like you'll be sick to jump on.
24 hours, had the verse, and I was like, jeez. And then he just messaged me again, and was like, yeah man, but I'm not on the remix thing, let's make it original. I was like, bro, man spent 30 bags out of my pocket on the video, bro, because these are like, I'm at my deal now. Do you get it? And I'm trying to get the video right. I spent about 30 racks out of my own pocket. Make it work. I'm getting first time into the independent thing, and it just was a whole big risk to me. And I remember like a couple of labels heard the tune before, and they weren't interested.
I was thinking, how's this gonna work? Like,
is he sending for me? I don't know. When I'm boy there, sell first week, I don't know.
As soon as the labels heard Stormzy was on the song, everything changed.
The label was like, oh crap, Stormzy's on the track, blah blah blah. So they added more budget, whatever, blah blah blah. Went to go shoot the video, and then obviously I Don't Know came out.
This is the one, like, this is your top 10, like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you mad? Are they run from Fed? Touch my watch, why you want to get dead? Yo.
Just remember I kept on watching the views, like I was just like raw, like I couldn't hack the views, like it was just like the maddest views that I've seen on the video that he's ever got. And yeah, like the tune, like I'm getting people from my workplace saying, oh man, I keep hearing your mate on the radio. I'm just like, raw.
Popping on free flow. Yo, then I'm stepping in prison. Man, I'm up in a visit in front of his missus, oh so vicious. But my G's on the road to the riches, few of my G's, they're the realest.
Tion, genius, bro. You know what I mean? To make a banger like that, people think you just go studio, that's genius business.
I remember the year before Kishabeki, like, I'd done a whole festival thing, like, my first experience of festivals. You know when I done them festivals, yeah? That's kind of how I learned how to, like, structure tunes, and that, because I clocked where and how the crowd feel, how they bubble, like, and that's how I kind of like made London and I Don't Know off the back of them festivals. And like I feel like it really elevates the tune when you can perform it. So when they said I can't perform I Don't Know, I'm thinking, and London, I'm thinking, fuck, like, man really made these hits and I'm not gonna be able to shut down the shows with it. I was so vexed, fam.
Even though Corona had the nation in a headlock, and it still does as we're filming this, we genuinely knew that because we had a world-class artist on our hands, we could use the power of the internet to keep his story growing. There were definitely questions as to, all right, well, we've signed this artist, it was a big deal. How are we now gonna put this guy to market? But we knew that Tion is someone who drives the narrative himself. We know that he's someone who's got a crazy fan base. We know that he's someone who also knows how to wind up his fan base and then let them loose on his music.
Yo, stop it and stop that music. Are you mad? Are you fucking stupid? On me or deluded? Is it a crack or the B you're abusing?
Deluded is a song which me and Chris Rich made. I was with Mist on FaceTime, and we were speaking to Tion about making a record. You know, Tion really enthusiastic about it, and he knew from the jump. I played him the beat, and straight away he had the hook.
Stop it and stop that music. Are you mad? Are you fucking stupid?
He's not technical the way he explains things to me, so it's more like he'll just make like kind of sound effects, and I've got to try and recreate that. So he'll just do a voodoo voodoo.
Not even a chop, just not even a chop. Like leave the beat, but it's like chop up the beat, like.
And I've got to literally try and capture that and work out what he's doing.
He's like what I'll say a Van Gogh of the game.
He's in the studio, he's going ham, like he's trying to like his verse, like he's like, yo, Wayne, come hard, like.
I made Tion do a roly-poly.
No Jimmy's just throat sex, just had a shot with a hostess. 2020 on focus, 040.
Tried to make sure that I tried to like take advantage of his comedic self, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a very funny guy, so I thought that it would just be nice to just portray him in a different light to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? It was techie because like at the time, crew kept dropping out. So I'm here thinking, listen, I'm leaving it to God. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens. But usually when it comes to Tion, you need to make sure that you have like 20 backup plans just in case, you know what I'm saying?
I've worked with a lot of UK artists and everyone's got their own identity, but Tion's is very musical.
Music is my therapy, bro. Music is my therapy. Looking back on it, like, that is what has helped me cut through everything. Like, thank God for the music.
You see, Tion, he's put in a lot of work and he's very successful. But I don't feel like he always gets his props. If you say he were the top 5 or 10 artists in the UK music scene, a lot of people try and ignore Tion.
Oh, you think I was joking? What you think this is? Huh? Shopping abroad.
So the incident on the plane, yeah, that was a techie one.
Yeah, I went to Dubai, had a show out there, went to enjoy my friends. What I would say in a nutshell is, I don't care. Like, I've cut through. Like, I've found a lane for myself. I made so much money and off this career that I built for myself. Like, I don't have beef with no one. I don't care about no one. Like, any beef I've got is man having beef with me, innit? So it's just like, I've got a defense mechanism, and the best form of defense is attack.
So I've seen Tion come on a plane. Obviously say hello, shake design and whatever. Just had a quick, brief combo, and then he went onto the plane. Then not too long after, I've seen the Tottenham lot come on, and I kind of sensed where it was going to end up going. So by the time I've kind of gone onto the plane, like back to where I already heard it kind of going off. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, you know what? They've all got a lot going for them. They're all doing well musically. And if there's anyone that can stop that going where it was gonna go on that airplane, it would be me. So I just thought, you know what? Let's just stop these lot from catching case. Like, it's a case, and it's trouble they don't need, headache they don't need. So I just thought, you know what? Let's just do what I can to stop that from going that way.
I don't need to speak on street affairs. Well, I love my hood. I love the people from it, and that's it. Moving on.
Wow, if we had cameras for the whole time, like from before Body was made to how we got into making Body, everyone would think one of the craziest things ever. Like,
there was a situation where we had 2 songs, and we had another song that we were going to go with. It was a lot more commercial. It was a lot more sort of like traditional sort of record label type of song.
Man, go back to the block and I played to the man and just like, what the fuck's this? Like, and like, if you bring your tunes to your boys and then it's not hitting them, you gotta miff it.
think he took how serious we were. Like, bro, this is not the move. He knew. He went in the studio. He made, Body in no time. And that song basically was made in fear because he didn't know what the next move was, because we were just like, yo, that WhatsApp move ain't the move.
But the label were adamant on WhatsApp. The label already paid for marketing for WhatsApp. You know what I'm saying? Like, WhatsApp had to come out. Like, I think they spent like 30, 40 grand on the video.
Under pressure, I shot the video for WhatsApp, everything. And I was thinking, fuck, like, I'm about to put this on the streets, like, the streets are gonna think I'm a fall off. Like, this sound is so fucking whack for me. But it could have been a W in a different lane.
Just so you know, Tion was 4 hours late to the video, so the video kind of like lopsided a little bit, but...
He was very apprehensive about putting the song out anyway. He was always very vocal about it, but we all felt like it would do a really good job, it would chart, it would be good at radio.
I need to put something out before this tune so people know man is still making hits.
He was just like to me, yo, randomly like, yeah, what do you think about Ross? Let's get Ross in the studio.
I remember going to the studio and someone specifically saying to me, where are you going? I was like, bro, it's my brother, like, and we're gonna make a hit. Like, I don't watch what everyone else, I don't follow the crowd. Like, I know Russ is cold. I know Russ is a superstar. Like, so I'm going to the studio, yeah, and I know my vision. A lot of people didn't see my vision.
Tion will always go left when everyone's screaming to go right.
Then Tion hit, man. Once again, we went studio.
I mumbled the hook, I mumbled the verse. Russ does what he does best. He's the best person to start a first verse in this country. Ain't no one starting a first verse like Russ. He will get the club jumping.
Vida loca, bullet, high as a kite, never sober. I'm saying to everyone, bro, this is better than Keisha and Becky. And they're telling me, no, it's not. I'm saying, cool, it's not better than that, whatever. These times I know it's better than that.
He played the song and I was like, not too sure. And then like he was like, by the end of the car ride, you're gonna love it. And I was like, at the end of the car, I was like, yeah, like this is gonna. I was like, yeah.
This is before any video or anything, innit? This is when we just made it fresh.
I'll never forget it. Then when Body happened, we were chatting on iMessage, obviously, with the label. And the label were like, nah, we feel like if you don't want to do that, you might as well do that independently.
He's super clever and he knows how to sort of like work me and the team.
So I went to his house, showed me the video, he paid for it, shot, everything packaged and stuff like that in true Tion fashion. I remember saying to him, like, I want to do it, but if I'm going to do it, you need to push the date back because we need to get DSPs and stuff like that.
Wayne was just like, no, we want to put it out this Thursday. You have no choice, take it or leave it.
So we basically like backed out based on that, but I think it's like probably one of the worst mistakes I've ever made.
I'm fully aware of his techniques, and I find it very interesting doing a bit of sort of sparring with him in that sense.
They were still okay, cool, we'll take it, but we want to pay this because we already paid you for a deal for that much, so why are we paying you more? And then me and my good friend Ed Howard, we had to go back and forth for a whole week. Back and forth the number on why it should be that.
And I'm a computer nerd, I'm a data geek, I love numbers. So I was looking at the numbers pre-release and we were like, we've got a lot of TikTok creations, we've got a lot of engagement on Twitter, we've got mad likes and views on Instagram. This feels like the holy trinity of social media, like energy that you need to grow a record.
No, he did it. No, he did it.
You can't. This is the videographer went crazy. How the fuck did he get my man?
The song was really one that was driven not by editorial playlists, not driven by radio playlists, not driven by press or TV or having a live moment, but driven by the fans.
He played the Body video. I thought it was okay. The video dropped, it was better than okay. The next day, it was really, really okay. Then the next day, it was like, Tion!
Big up my brother Wawa, you get me? He's not trying to come in the camera, yeah, you get me? My brother, yeah, trust me, yeah?
Vida loca, bullet, high as a kite, never sober. Shit Python, hit him with a cobra.
It was the quickest video to ever hit 10 million views.
He activated on TikTok as well. A lot of rappers nowadays, they're scared to do that. They're worried how their fans will perceive them and so on and so forth. He activated on there and it connected globally and he deserves it.
You've got a record that was already a top 20 record. You're supposed to get big, massive A-list rappers on the remix to try and drive it into the top 5 or top 10. You don't go for 6 or 7 relatively unknown artists. You don't put Bugsy Malone on a record. You don't put Darko on a remix. You don't put, ZT and E1 on a track.
Like, man didn't go for the big artists, Man's going for the artists I just fuck with. I'm listening to RD. I've already spoke to RD like 6 months before. I met him out of the blue on a random night. I come out my wagon and man's got my belly on. And
bare cars around him. There's bare man. He got a belly on. I was kind of shitting myself a little bit, but yeah, we moved. And then we started laughing. And was like, "What, RD, yeah?" And I was like, "What, who's that?" And pulled the belly off, and it was Tion.
Imagine doing a remix. Like, you're not going for the biggest artists. You're going for people you want to bring and then going #1. What kind of blessing is that?
The process was so difficult. Like, there was a lot of moving parts. The remix is about 10 people on it. You can imagine getting them vocals in, getting an agreed video date shoot, getting all those logistics, and we had next to no time. I think we turned it around in just over a week from the actual original release.
It's like saying, yeah, I want to do a remix. You might as well, pattern up, make sure your verse is ready, and then I just made my verse and I jumped on.
We spoke on social media about the remix, and you're just saying like, "Yo, gonna wanna get a verse for it, gonna try and pattern it." And obviously at the time I wasn't even that big, so even that got a little bit complicated. But where we built our relationship, he was mad on it, Russ was on it, Russ hit me about it as well. So yeah, I wrote 10 verses for it, went to the studio, I spat my brethren quite a lot of them, and he chose like, "Oh yeah, that body line, that's the one." So when I went to the studio, I spat that one to my manager, and he didn't even let me rap any of the other ones. He was like, yeah, we're going with that one.
You seen the state of her body? If I beat it, I ain't wearing a Johnny. Adiola, wanna roll with a geezer.
So, when I first heard my name on the song, I was just like, is it really me? Because I always banter with him, you should drop my name in a song, you're just bantering with your friends, and he's always taking a mick, he wouldn't do it. So when I actually heard it, I was like, "Bro, sit down, is that me?"
This is one of the good things about him. He's got great instincts. And for us, I've learned over the years, with people like him, you just got to take them on board, listen to them, and back them.
Imagine that, man, working with artists that weren't established on the remix. When you do that, you don't expect your shit to be on 60 million views in 3 months. 60 million views in 3 months. You don't see that coming. But it's I felt like that's the blessing God gave me for spreading the love. It's not all about me. It's about us winning as a whole. Edmonton winners as a whole.
He sees things that other people don't see, and I think he's really puts credibility and culture before commercial success.
Said TMSCSS, chest shot specialist, wet man chest. BSS, back shot specialist, broke up the pum pum, leave that wet.
It was just authentic. It was a banger, innit? It was just a straight authentic banger, bro. Still chatting to my bros on the tech. My defense said Jesus. You can. More than a million. Do you get what do I need to break it down?
I'm so pleased. I feel like this is a moment in history. So I want you to introduce it, right? So the first ever drill #1. Tion, do your thing. Say your thing.
Yo, this is the first ever drill #1, yeah? This is Tion Wayne and Russ Millions, Body on Radio 1 right now. Yo, we're making history. Mad love to everyone that saw support.
English girl named Fiona. Big bad girl named Abiola.
There's a lot of elements as to why Body went #1. It's not a fluke. 1, you got a good song. 2, you got a crazy remix where you got RD going ballistic. And 3, you got TikTok, fam. And TikTok stems from the video idea. You got Wawa, you got Marta coming up with these crazy transitions and edits. And it's going viral off the back of their ideas. We didn't, we put all this work in. We made the transition happen. I hollered at RD, and me and Russ made a hit. Bro, it's not cheating.
Body's momentum. Body is years of work. Body is this song, this song, this song, this feature, this feature, this feature, this project, this mixtape, this booking, this PA, this... all these things, every show you've done everywhere around the world, Body is all of those things built up into one moment. And I think now he's at a new level, so where this is the level now.
This ain't no regular #1 that we did. I went #1 in UK, Australia, and New Zealand. And in UK we stayed on for 3 weeks.
You're not getting this. You don't hear that? I don't think you don't heard that, fam. So what, man was #1 in England, New Zealand, Ireland, Australia, #5 in Netherlands, #5 in Switzerland.
Bro, that's not some record. No one's gonna come and do like that.
Other people have to break our first record to even touch the new record. Do you get me? Do you know how mad that is? We're breaking our own records. This is what Drake's doing. He's facing himself, bro. We're basically facing ourselves, bro. Do you get it?
Man work hard, bro. Like, man deserved it. But it's not. So you don't always get what you deserve. So it's just a blessing that I'm grateful for that we could get that. But it's like, I'm glad that, like, yo, I've got everything I want out of this thing, you know. I'm making sure my mum's good, making sure I'm good, making sure my family's good. But now I just want to be known as, like, one of the greats. Like, and I'm gonna work to that. People are gonna say, Tion Wayne, great. Psh, well, wait and see. Man's still loading up. So I'm glad man done this so I can open the people's eyes, and then now I'm gonna keep whacking them until they fucking get it.
Yeah, man. I even said in the song Rush and Wizzy, that's another platinum. We went platinum in 3 months.
Fans are so used to literally in and out right nowadays, so we support you for this week. And the moment the week's over, let's support someone else. And even artists as well, they've got this habit of, they promote the album that might have taken them like 10 months to make for that 1 week. And then when the week's over, it's like they stop promoting. You know, but seeing that song constantly get bigger and bigger, that's a beautiful thing, man. It's testament to how good the song is and how good the team is as well in regards to pushing it forward.
I ain't a drill artist, you know? I don't want none of the drill king, this drill chart, whatever these man are doing, this drill. Bro, give it to Russ. Russ is a G in his thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of the chat, but what I do need to, what man, I think man should understand is, yeah, the way I crossed over the genre.
It's hard to quantify his legacy in this game because, again, this is somebody who had multiple peaks. So a lot of people were loyal Tion Wayne fans might remember Tion Wayne from the records that I mentioned earlier, like Grind Don't Stop and Can't Go Broke and Doing Okay, and all these records. They might not remember that, and that was so important for an entire sound. You get what I'm saying? Like, a whole sound was built around that time that he was putting out these records and he was putting out these mixtapes, you know? So if you want to know how important he is, he's probably one of the groundbreakers, because it's hard to reinvent yourself as an artist, especially when sounds change. So around 2015, Afro swing was the thing, but now we're in 2021 and drill is the thing. And a lot of people might have thought, can Tion reinvent himself into this drill lane? And he proved that, yeah, he can, because now he's charting with drill music.
Man really helped cross over the genre, like Keisha Becky, London, I don't know, Deluded, Body. Bro, like, there's all one common denominator in all these songs, bro. Wow, as well. Cause they said I can't make a solo. There's all one common denominator in them songs, and it's man, like, and it's like, people are just thinking that, oh, he's not a drill artist, so we're just gonna ignore him. But like, bro, like, man helped cross over the genre, and I'm glad that like people that are making a genre that I love listening to, they have the opportunity now to cut through with these sounds. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, man might not want to give it to me, and I don't mind, you know, because it's not my genre. I don't need the accolades for the genre, but it's like I feel like I definitely did my bit. Like, we're talking 3 platinum drill records now. Like, what more do they want from man? But it's like I'm glad that I'm one of the artists in the country that's helped to cross it over to the masses. You know?
Wow, man down. You ain't really bad, pat down. I don't give a fuck right now.
And if you look at a song like Body, or you look at a track like Deluded, or Wow, or I don't know, or even Keisha and Becky, none of them on paper were smart commercial moves at the time that he dropped them. And that's what sets him apart, I would argue, from the competition.
He should be proud of himself. It's a big look. It changed the dynamics of the scene.
For me personally, it didn't feel that great because some people from my team got a #1 official chart thing, and I don't know, clearly I'm not part of GRM, so didn't really get the personal feeling out of it, but you know how it goes.
You lot think, last week, we have arguments, and I asked Tion, I'm crazy, bro. We always have arguments, and then, he knows I am. See, Tion, he's just too mature, bro. So you can't even argue with him.
I mean, one thing about Tion that I didn't really like was he's always trying to fight, man. Every single time, like, I don't know why he always thought he could beat man up. So every minute he would put man in a headlock. Like, I just thought, bro, like, allow me, like.
I don't know about Tion anymore, man. Why am I here?
Tion Wayne, he's a big bully and he deserves to be. There's a couple of headlocks he needs to give out. But Tion, he isn't a bully, but me and Tion, we got a playful relationship. He's one of the people he can handle my strength. So we go back and forth sometimes. That's a dynamic about Tion that I like. You know, some other people might not like it because it might not be too friendly when he gets bullyish with them, but no, I like that about him. He's good, he's good, he's clean-hearted, you know.
To buy her something like a car and like help her with whatever she's doing, with the house, the mortgage, get that cleared. Like to do these things, yeah, it's just like, bro, like I don't think people can understand the feeling like of me showing my mum the car and she's crying, like, bruv, like, but I'm not an emotional brother, but like, that's some emotional shit. The fact that she blessed me so much and worked so hard to put food on the table, that when we really didn't have much, I just felt so fulfilled. Like, I remember, like, it was her birthday, innit? And I remember just like, we had like dinner at my house after with the chef. And I just remember, like, I couldn't eat, bruv. Like, I just felt so fulfilled that, like, yo, I've actually, like, my mum is happy, bro. And it's because of me. She's not crying because of me. She's crying good tears. Like, bruv, like, it's a feeling I'll never want to replace.
He's always been kind. He became this person who is considerate, you know, who takes control, who wants to be there for everyone. It's just amazing to see how this has come out now, or what's happened, how this has really, really changed him, you know? It's beautiful to see. So all those dark moments, how they have evolved. When you look back at it, I would just say God in it throughout. And it's beautiful to see what he's doing now, how he takes responsibility, how all those things that I expected of him from being a child that is now coming out. It's a joy. And I'm just so proud of him.
Yeah, this is just the beginning, man. Like, we ain't seen nothing yet. I still want to sell out the O2. I still want to show down these shows. I still want to make my wrongs right, you know? Cause I feel like these blessings don't come for no reason. So I feel like a lot of my wrongs, I wanna make them right. Like, I wanna do right by God. I wanna do right by myself. Like, I wanna have a clean slate. I wanna have a clean spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm God-fearing, like. So like, yeah, man. That's Tion Wayne. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's watched this shit. Wow, big up yourself, yeah?
But, yeah, see that? The drip, but for the 9-2.
Tion Wayne's friend had an E-Class. I had the E-Class new too. Tion Wayne's friend just drove past in the E-Class and they laughed at me because I didn't have a digital dash. Thought that was quite rude.
I love pressure.
Tion Wayne is he's a dusty youth.
Thank you to everyone that watched. Thank you.